peripheral interface 8255. Okay, so what is this 8255 is? So that is what the first question. A simple answer is to connect the IO devices with the microprocessor by means of a parallel communication. So this will create a parallel data transfer between IO device and the microprocessor, Why, sir, we can't directly connect the IO device with the microprocessor? So you can also ask like this, isn't it? So you have only D0 to D7 number of data pins in a 8085, isn't it? So the total number of data pins are only 8 data pins in your 8085. So D0 to D7, isn't it? So we can't connect more number of IO devices with this 8085 microprocessor. So we want this 8255 programmable peripheral interface for connecting different IO devices. So to give a parallel communication between IO device and the 8255. So we want different ports for connecting the IO device and the 8255. So I will explain you. So what is the IO device and communication between IO device and the microprocessor? So we will take this 8085 microprocessor. Okay. So from this we have 8 data pins. So this is connected with a light. So this is a light. Okay. So this is a light. Okay. So you have to make this light glow according to the values you have given here. Okay, ma. So if you are transmitting a data of 0000000, so totally, so now the light will not glow. Okay, this is called parallel communication. So now next, if it is 000000001, so now the light will glow very slightly. So this is called a parallel communication between 8085 and the IO devices. So this is not light. So it might be some other IO operation device. So it may be a CD, otherwise it may be some other devices. Okay. So if you want to take the data from this IO device to the 8085 also, we need the parallel communication. So if this light is glowing in a maximum way, okay, so then what it will happen? So the data you can get from this light is 11111111, isn't it? So this is what a parallel communication between the microprocessor and this light, that is IO device. So this can be carried out by means of this programmable peripheral interface, PPI, programmable peripheral interface. Okay, so this is also again a IC. So this is also again a IC you can use in between a 8085 and the other IO devices. Okay, so the microprocessor is connected at this area. Okay, so all other IO devices you want to connect can be connected in these areas. Okay, so if the microprocessor is transmitting a data, so that data will come and store in this area. Okay, and then it will be transmitted to this IO device and this IO device, otherwise this IO device, according to this A0 and A1 address. Okay, so if this A0 and A1, so if this A0, A1, A0, okay, so if A1 is 0, 0, then the port A is selected. Okay, so port A, see this is what your port A, so that the data which is coming here will be transmitted to this port. Okay, so if this is 0, 1, port B is selected. If this is 1, 1, then it is port C. Okay, sorry, this is 1, 0, then it is port C. If it is 1, 1, then it is a control register. Control register is selected. So I will explain you what is this control register now. Okay, so before that you get this idea. So you can communicate with this IO devices by means of this A0 and A1. So these values are transmitted by the microprocessor. So microprocessor will transmit these values and these values. Okay, so you can get the data, so you can transmit this data to this IO device. If this port you want to convert it as an input port, that means if you want to get the data from this IO device to the microprocessor, so even then also you can, by means of this, you can select a port, and from that we can get the data. So that data will be transmitted to the microprocessor by means of this way. Okay, so now totally we have 3 different ports in 8255. So now I am going to explain about what is 8255. So we have 3 different ports in 8255. So port A, port B, and port A, port B, and port C. So totally 3 ports. So each ports will have 8 pins. See, port A is having PA0 to PA7. Okay, PA0 to PA7. Port B is again having 8 pins, PB0 to PB7. This is also a port C totally, but your port C is divided into port C upper and port C lower. Okay, so what is your port C upper? So port C upper is between the pins of PC4 to PC7. Port C lower is PC0 to PC3. Okay, so this is what the different ports in your 8255. So you can connect these ports to your IO devices. Okay, so this is again grouped into 2 groups, group A and group B. So in group A we have port A, all the 8 pins, and your port C upper. So this together forms a group A. Then group B again it is a port B, totally 8 pins, and your port C lower 4 pins. Okay, so this together forms a group B. Okay, so this is what given in this diagram. So this is your control logic, read write control logic. So you, by means of this only you can say whether the data has to be read from this IO device, otherwise you can write this data to the IO device. Okay, if this is A0, A1 is 0, 0, then this port is selected. If read is selected, then what is the operation? Operation is reading the data from this IO device and it is transmitted to the microprocessor. Okay, ma? Okay, so in the same manner, if it is write, then this data has to be transferred to this port. Okay, so this is only the story about the 8255. So you need to know about 8255 in detail. Okay, so there are 2 different modes in which we can operate 8255. So this is what is main starting of this 8255. So that we can operate this 8255 in 2 different modes. So the 2 different modes are called BSR mode and IO mode. Okay, so BSR mode is bit set or reset mode, bit set or reset mode, and IO mode is input output mode. Okay, so these are the main 2 modes in which you can use this 8255. Okay, so I will explain you how can you use this 8255 in this both this mode. Okay, so for this only we need this control register. Okay, what is this control register? Control register is a register inside this 8255. By means of that you can say in which mode you have to operate, this 8255 have to operate, and you can also specify, initialize whether this port is an input port or output port. Okay, you can normally this is a bidirectional ports, isn't it? So you can make this ports as an input ports, or it may be output port. So if your IO device connected here is going to give some information, then you can assign this port as a input port. If you are going to transmit some information by means of this port to the IO device, then you can assign this port as a output port. Okay, so this is what we have to do. So how to assign this and how to use this? So there will be a control register inside this 8255. So by means of giving a, so what is a control register? So control register will be like this. So there is a 8-bit register inside your 8255. By means of this, you can control this 8255. So this is from D0 to D7, D0 to D7. Okay, so D7th bit, so if you transfer D7th bit, will specify whether this mode is BSR mode or IO mode. So if this is 0, then we need this 8255 to operate in BSR mode. If this 8278 this D7 bit is 1, then we need this 8255 operate in IO mode. Okay, ma'am. So in this, see, I can show you the diagram. Okay, so by means of this, you can easily understand what is this BSR mode. So BSR mode is used for setting each and every bit of your port C, only for port C. So BSR mode is only for port C. You can set or reset any bit of your port C. So what is a port C? So from this you can see the diagram. So this is what a pin diagram of 8255. So in this pin diagram you can see many ports. See here, port is 0, port A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. See here you have a port B0, B0, B1, B2, B3, B4. In same manner PC1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, isn't it? So this BSR mode is only for these pins. You can make this port as a set. That set means you can make 1 or 0 these ports. Okay, so this is what your BSR mode. So in BSR mode, how to make the different bits of your port to see set and reset. Okay, so see here, so you can easily understand from this register. So D7th bit is 0, means it is BSR mode. Okay, so then these 3 bits are don't care bits, so it can be anything. Okay, so these 3 bits are used to select which bit has to be set or reset in a port C. Port C, if you want a bit to set or reset, you can give the address of that bit. What is the address of the bit? Means if that is 000, then bit 0 is selected. So PC 0 is selected. If this is 001, then bit 1 is selected. So you can select any number of any bit at this area. So if I am selecting 010, then PC2 is selected, isn't it? So we can select any bit, and by means of this bit you can say that whether you want to set that bit or reset that bit. Okay, if you put 1 here, so I am putting 000 and 0 here. That means that I want my PC0 to be reset. So I am putting 001 and I am putting here 1. Okay, 1 means set, isn't it? 001 means PC1. So PC1 bit must be set. Okay, so that is what this is saying. Okay, so that's all. This is your BSR mode, bit set or reset. BSR mode over. Okay, now what is the next mode? Next mode is input output mode. So again the input output mode is divided into 3 different modes. First mode is mode 0, that is simple input and output mode. Okay, mode 1, that is second mode. So what is that? That is bidirectional input output mode. Okay, bidirectional input output mode. BSR mode over. So now it is IO mode. Okay, so IO mode means what? How to convert an IO mode? So if you put 1 in this D7 bit of your control register, so it will be convert your 8255 in IO mode. Okay, in IO mode, again the IO mode is divided into 3 different modes. So mode 0, mode 1 and mode 2. So mode 0 is simple IO mode, simple input output mode. So mode 1 is input output mode with handshake. Okay, simple input output mode with the handshake. Mode 2 is bidirectional input output data transfer mode. Bidirectional input output data transfer mode. Okay, so this is simple input output mode. This is input output mode with handshake. This is bidirectional input output mode. Okay, so in this what is a simple input output mode? In a simple input output mode, you can use your port A, port B, and port C. All these ports can be used as an input and output operation. So these ports can be used as an input ports and output ports. You can transmit the data and you can receive the data. So you can use all these ports for that operation. But in this, what is mode 1? Mode 1 is input output mode with handshake. With handshake means in this mode you will transmit the data. So in this I am talking about this mode 0. So you can transmit the data without knowing whether the receiver is getting the data or not. But in this mode you have to transmit the data after you get the handshake. Handshake means after you know whether the receiver is ready, then only the microprocessor can send the data in this mode. So this is called handshaking. There must be a mutual understanding between the IO device and the microprocessor. For this we will use port C for handshaking. So port C will be used for handshaking. So by means of this port C, the microprocessor and IO device will speak. Speak means what? So microprocessor will send a signal whether you are ready. So the IO device will send the signal back, yes, I am ready. Okay, so this is called handshake between microprocessor and the IO device. So this is done by means of port C. So port C is used to make the handshake. So port A and port B in this area, so in this mode will be used as an input and output ports. So what about mode 2? Mode 2, your port A can be used as an both input and output port, bidirectional input and output port. So but in this mode, so what is the difference between this and this? So in this mode, if you are assigning your port A as an input port, then this port will get the data from the IO device. If you are assigning this port A as an output port, then you can send this data through to the IO device. But in this mode, your port A will act as a bidirectional data transfer. So you can transmit and receive data from the IO device, and you can transmit and receive data to the microprocessor. Only your port A will be acting as a bidirectional port. So your port C upper, that is P7 to PC4 and PC3 will be used for handshaking. Okay, so next PC2 and to PC0. Next, what is that? PB is there. PB is port B. So these things will be used as a normal input output ports. Okay, so this is your mode 0, mode 1 and mode 2. So this is your simple input output mode. So all these ports can be used for input output operation. This is what is this one? This is a input output mode with handshake. That means you have to have a handshake also. Handshake means mutual understanding between microprocessor and the IO device. That is done by your port C. Next two ports are used for the normal input output operation. In mode 2, it is a bidirectional mode, isn't it? So your port A will act as a bidirectional port. So it can also get the input from the IO device, and it can also give the output to the IO device. Okay, so it will act as a bidirectional port. So in this, these things are used for your handshaking. So remaining these ports are used as a normal input output port. Okay, IO mode. So this is what our now new command word. Okay, command word. Okay, command register. So inside that we will put this command word. So D0 to D7. So see here, D7th bit is 1. That means that this is a operating in IO mode. Okay, so this is operating in IO mode. So we have to know about all these datas now. So what is this data? So first these two datas. These two datas are used to initialize your mode. Okay, so specify your mode. So we have again 3 modes in this IO mode, isn't it? So totally 3 modes. So if you put 0 0, then it is a simple input output mode. If you put 0 1, then it is input output mode with handshake. If you put 1 0, then it is bidirectional IO data transfer mode. So that's all, these 2 bits over. Okay, so then what about these D4, D3, D2, D1 and D0? This is also very simple. So what is these things? D4 represent 4 is meant for port A. D3 is port C upper. So D1 is again your port B. D0 is port C lower. Okay, so you have to know about this. So D4 is port A, this is port C upper, this is port B, and this is port C lower. So this is again a mode selection. D2 is mode selection. So what is these things? So I told you that you can convert any port as an input port or an output port, isn't it? So if you put 1 here, then you mean that the port A has to be operated in as an input port. Okay. If you put 1, it means that port A is an input port. If you put 0, then the port A is an output port. That's all. So what about this D3? If you put 1, then what it means? So it means that your port C upper must be a input port. If you put 1, the port C upper is a input port. If you put 0, port C upper is a output port. So here same thing here also. So this is for port B and this is for port C lower. Okay, so this is for selecting your port B mode. So mode of your port B. So if you can also you can put 1 and 0. If you put 0, so mode of your port B is mode 0. Okay, mode 0 means simple input output. If you put 1, then your mode B will be acting in input output mode with handshake. So this is what the normal command word format. So you don't want to worry about this something. So this is 1. So this is for selecting your mode, and these are port A, port B, port C upper, port B and port C lower. So if you put 1, then it is a input port. If you put 0, then it is a output port. That's all. Okay, so you can easily write this command word format. So you have to send, after writing this command, you have to send this data to the command register, that is control register that we have seen at the first. Okay, I will set that control register. If A0, A1 and A0 is 1 1, then you have a command register. Okay, so you have to write this according what you want, and you have to transmit this data to that command register. Okay, so normally if I am saying I want my port A as an input port, port B as an output port, and port C is as your input port. Okay, so how to do this? So this is what can be done by means of you can convert your ports according to the values you are putting here. Okay, so you can also select the mode according to the values you can put here. Okay, so let me explain any one thing. Okay, so first I want my port A as a input port. Okay, port B as a output port. Okay, port C as a input port. Okay, so how to do this? I want the mode of operation is mode 0, simple input output mode. Okay, so now you say me the data format for getting your data format for getting this for achieving these conditions. So how to achieve this? So I want first D7th bit must be 1, then only it will operate in IO mode. Okay, so I obtained. So what is these two? So these two are used for specifying the mode. If you put 0 0, then it is mode 0. If you put 0 1, then it is mode 1. If you put 1 0, then it is mode 2. If you put 1 1, it is illegal, so you should not use that 1 1. Okay, so now I want mode 0, so 0 0. So then what is this bit? This bit is meant for port A. So port A must be input. Input means we have to put 1 or 0 here. So you have to put 1 here. Okay, you have to put 1 here. So this is port B, sorry, port C upper, port C upper. So port C must be a input port. Input port means we have to put again a 1 here. So this is the area you mentioning for your port B. So port B must be a output port. So you have to put 0 here. Port C you have to put 0 here. So here your port C lower, port C must be a input port. Input port means you have to put 1 here. So you want the mode 0. So you are specifying the mode 0. This is a mode for your. So now what is the data you have obtained? So this is one data. So now 0 1 0 0 1. So what is that? So I think it is 9 1 0 0 1. So this is again a 9. So you have to transmit 99 is what the data to be transmitted to the control register. So if register, so if it is transferred to this 99 is transferred to this control register means the port A will act as an input port, port B will act as an output port, port C will act as an input mode, and the mode you have selected is mode 0, simple input output mode. Okay, so that's all. So this is your 8255. Thank you.